Welcome back to our channel American Legends Losses this Sunday. We've put together a list of well-known actors that passed away today in this memorial video. Those exceptional individuals who, regrettably, passed away today, even if they had a profound influence on their disciplines. My condolences go out to the family and all of the backers. I'm hoping you managed to sleep. American actor Herbert Lee Coward is well remembered for his iconic performance in John Boorman's 1972 film Deliverance as one of the vicious mountain men. Coward, who was born in Haywood County, North Carolina, on August 21, 1938, had a fairly peaceful life until his surprising and abrupt ascent to popularity in the early 1970s. A true resident of Appalachia, he was cast for Deliverance because of his genuine personality and tough exterior, which complemented the movie's portrayal of Georgia's wild, unforgiving backwoods. Despite without any official acting training, Coward's unmistakable charisma and spooky portrayal of a scary hillbilly made an effect on viewers. Coward's role in Deliverance gained notoriety, partly because of a few of his words that have subsequently permeated popular culture. Coward and his other actors created a spooky atmosphere for their roles, which contributed significantly to the picture's tension. The video is well known for its dramatic and frequently unpleasant moments. Not only was his performance unforgettable, but it also came to represent the movie's examination of survival and innate terror. Coward maintained his modesty and privacy in spite of his fame from Deliverance. He went back to his native North Carolina, where he carried on with a simple lifestyle, working in regional businesses and occasionally showing up at fan gatherings and film festivals. He accepted his reputation as a cult hero over time, frequently entertaining fans with anecdotes from the set of Deliverance and his interactions with the film's A-list actors. On January 24, 2024, Herbert Coward, aged 85, departed from this life. For those who valued his contribution to one of the greatest films ever made, his passing signaled the end of an era in cinema. Despite having little on screen, Coward has had a huge influence on American cinema culture and will always be recognized as a singular genius whose portrayal of unvarnished, unfiltered characters changed the film business forever. Born John Rodríguez Jr. on September 11, 1945 in New York City, Johnny Dandy Rodríguez Jr. was a well-known bongo musician of Puerto Rican origin who made a big impact on Latin music, especially salsa and Latin jazz. Raised in Spanish Harlem, a thriving neighborhood rich with Puerto Rican culture, Rodríguez was exposed to Latin music at an early age and was greatly affected by its sounds. His father, a musician, introduced him to the world of percussion, and he fell in love with the bongos right away. Rodríguez had started to establish himself in the local music industry by the time he was a teenager. At the age of 17, Rodríguez received his big break when he was invited to join one of the most prominent Latin bands of the day, Tito Puente's ensemble. This chance signaled the start of an extensive and distinguished career. Rodríguez, the bongosero for the orchestra, rapidly established himself as a key component of Puente's distinctive sound, which helped the band achieve fame and popularize Latin music across the globe. His intense knowledge of Afro-Cuban rhythms, coupled with his precise and vivacious playing technique, made him a highly sought-after artist in the Latin music scene. Apart from Rodríguez's collaboration with Tito Puente, he also worked with other notable names in Latin music, including as Tito Rodríguez, Ray Barreto, and Alfredo de la Fe. His ability to switch between several styles and genres with ease as a percussionist won him the respect and admiration of his contemporaries. During his career, Rodríguez participated in and recorded for multiple albums that are now considered classics in the history of Latin music. In addition, he played a significant role in the Fine All-Stars, an elite group of salsa artists that contributed to the global popularization of salsa music. In addition to his artistic accomplishments, Rodríguez was renowned for his commitment to conserving and advancing Latin music and culture. He frequently took part in workshops and educational events, imparting his expertise and enthusiasm to upcoming musical generations. Throughout his career, he received numerous prizes and honors in recognition of his contributions to the genre. On August 17, 2024, Johnny Dandy Rodríguez Jr., who was 79 years old, passed away. His passing signaled the end of a chapter in Latin music history, but his records and the innumerable musicians he influenced will always carry on his legacy. Enormous in his impact on Latin music, Rodríguez is regarded as one of the finest bongoceros of all time. John Lansing was a renowned American broadcaster and journalist who held executive positions in some of the country's most well-known media companies throughout the course of his multi-decade career. Born in Albany, New York, on July 3, 1957, Lansing's early interest in journalism and broadcasting inspired him to pursue a profession that would eventually place him in a prominent role in the media. Working his way up through the ranks of local television stations, he developed his management and reporting talents. He started his career as a reporter and producer. When Lansing was appointed president of Scripps Networks in 2005, he assumed a major leadership role and remained in that capacity until 2013. The network grew in popularity and impact under his direction, especially because to its well-liked lifestyle programming like HGTV, Food Network, and Travel Channel. During his tenure, Lansing's strategic vision and adeptness at navigating the ever-evolving media landscape played a pivotal role in Scripps Network's success. Because of his contributions, Americans' consumption habits of lifestyle content were influenced, and Scripps became well known in the business. Following his departure from Scripps, Lansing was named CEO of the U.S. Agency for Global Media UZM in 2015, where he was in charge of the federal organization in charge of foreign broadcasting that isn't military. He oversaw radio programs like Voice of America, Radio Liberty Free Europe, and the Office of Cuba Broadcasting in this capacity. During his time at UZM, Lansing made a significant impact by fighting misinformation and advancing press freedom, especially in areas where access to independent journalism was threatened. He was a fervent supporter of free and independent media's role in advancing democracy and human rights across the globe. As the CEO of NPR, Lansing assumed one of the most prominent positions in American journalism in 2019. He concentrated on improving the newsroom's diversity and inclusivity, growing the organization's digital presence, and fortifying NPR's financial security during his tenure. Lansing's leadership at NPR was especially noteworthy during the COVID-19 pandemic, when the company was vital to the public's access to trustworthy news and information. He also had a significant role in resolving issues with funding and public participation, ensuring that millions of listeners could continue to rely on NPR as a major news source. After a long and influential career, John Lansing announced his retirement as NPR's CEO in February 2024. Sadly, on August 14, 2024, Lansing passed away. His passing was a great loss to the journalism and broadcasting industry since he was a well-respected figurehead who supported the right of the media to enlighten and educate the people. The legacy of Lansing is one of inventiveness in broadcasting, a strong devotion to the ideals of free and independent media, and a commitment to journalistic honesty. American actor Jonathan Apria was born in Englewood, New Jersey, on March 4, 1944. He was well known for his captivating roles in both films and television. During the course of his multi-decade career, Apria played a number of famous parts in television shows and motion pictures that helped make him a household name to audiences. His portrayal of a young Salvatore Tessio in Francis Ford Coppola's The Godfather Part 2, 1974, was the role that initially brought him worldwide fame and demonstrated his ability to capture complicated characters. It also laid the groundwork for a successful career in Hollywood. Because of his ability to give his parts complexity and nuance, Apria became a highly sought-after actor on television. His affable and tough personality connected with audiences during his tenure as lieutenant. Vince Novelli on the 1980s detective series Matt Houston, which helped him gain particular notoriety. His portrayal of Sheriff Jack North on the primetime soap series Falcon Crest further solidified his reputation as a dependable and captivating performer. With memorable parts on Knots Landing, where he played the dapper and cunning Manny Vasquez, And on the long-running daytime serial opera Another World as Lucas Castigliano, a character that became a fan favorite. Apri continued to build on his television career. On the hit sitcoms Full House and Fuller House, Apri played the endearing and eccentric father of Jesse Katsopoulos, Nick Katsopoulos, which was maybe one of his most cherished performances. His classic charm and light-hearted exchanges with the main ensemble, his depiction of Nick won over a new generation of viewers and cemented his legacy in television history. In addition to his well-known roles, Apri was respected for his professionalism and commitment to his work. His flexibility as an actor was demonstrated by his ability to move between different genres with ease, ranging from light-hearted comedies to severe tragedies. His influence on the entertainment business was profound, and his contributions to film and television were well acknowledged. At the age of 83, Jonathan Apri passed away on August 5, 2024. With his passing, Hollywood lost a gifted and well-respected individual. Through his unforgettable performances, which never ceased to enthrall and motivate audiences, Apri's legacy endures. In addition to his noteworthy contributions to television and films, he will always be remembered for his kindness and commitment to each part he performed. The trajectory of Apri's career bears witness to his lasting influence on the entertainment sector, and his creations continue to be highly valued components of American popular culture. Born on May 18, 1941, Bob Weatherwax carried on his famous family's tradition as a renowned dog trainer and important member of the Hollywood animal training scene. He was raised among some of the most recognizable canine stars in films and television. His father was the renowned trainer Rudd Weatherwax, who trained the original Lassie. Bob's love for teaching dogs and his profound grasp of animal behavior from an early age helped shape his profession and establish him as a key player in the history of animal actors in Hollywood. Bob Weatherwax was instrumental in preserving the Weatherwax family's status as the most popular animal stars in Hollywood. He started his career teaching canines for the screen, working side by side with his father. Bob proved his abilities and commitment early on, and in the 1970s he took over Lassie's training. Under his direction, Lassie kept winning over viewers' hearts and retaining her position as one of the most recognizable animals on television. Through his numerous television programs, motion pictures, and public appearances, Bob made sure that Lassie, the adored collie, would always be remembered as a symbol of bravery and devotion. Bob Weatherwax not only trained Lassie but also other well-known dogs in Hollywood. With dogs like Asta from the Thin Man series, Toto from The Wizard of Oz, and Spike, who played Old Yeller, his family had already left a lasting impression. Bob continued this history by training dogs that starred in multiple films and TV series, thereby establishing the Weatherwax brand in the entertainment sector. Not only did he teach tricks, but he also had a deep understanding of dog psychology, which allowed him to educate animals to accomplish difficult tasks on demand without sacrificing their welfare. Because of his compassionate training techniques and knack for bringing out the best in his canine stars, Bob Weatherwax had great respect in the profession. His work established high standards for the care of animal actors, since he was a fervent supporter of the moral treatment of animals in the entertainment industry. His greatest legacy is the happiness and inspiration that his well-trained dogs offered to millions of people, despite the many awards he collected over his career for his work in film and television. At the age of 83, Bob Weatherwax passed away on August 17, 2024. His passing signaled the end of an era for Hollywood's animal stars, but generations to come will remember his impact on the area of animal training. In addition to providing amusement, Weatherwax's work established industry standards for the handling and education of animals, ensuring that their contributions to films and television shows were honored and valued. Owning the Gold-Silver Pawn Shop in Las Vegas, and a well-known star of the reality TV show Pawn Stars, Rick Harrison has experienced his fair share of personal setbacks and hardships. Harrison suffered a great loss in 2022 with the death of his father, Richard Old Man Harrison. In addition to being a cherished character on Pawn Stars, the elder Harrison played a significant role in Rick's life and career. Rick was really saddened by the death because he was very close to his father, who had helped him develop their prosperous pawn business and served as a mentor. Rick Harrison has had additional stress in his life due to legal and financial conflicts, on top of his emotional loss. Rick was sued in 2022 by his mother Joanne Harrison for managing the family's trust and possessions after his father passed away. Rick found himself in a difficult situation when the case exposed unwelcome public scrutiny and family conflicts. Harrison has persevered in handling his business and public image in spite of these difficulties. But there's no denying that the mix of his personal tragedy and legal troubles has been a trying time in his life, trying his fortitude and willpower.